Dude, I think you're gonna love this clip. What is going on, losers?
Right.
Welcome to the Lost Losers podcast. I am your host, Mr. John Bequette. Just coming in at you live from good old St. Louis, and coming in, checking it again from Ashland, Kentucky.
What up?
Checking in. I'm still a piece,
Still a
of,
piece of
garbage.
garbage.
Mr. James
I
Fortney.
already had that in my head.
I know, buddy. I'm setting it up. I got to find another one for you. That one's not very original. So for everyone that didn't see the opening clip or can't see us, I was a gentleman just showing off his ass power for us this morning.
I wish I had that superpower.
I really did too. I know my wife does, but that's a whole different story, and I probably shouldn't be telling that on the air. Anyways, so before we get too far into this wonderful podcast, do us a favor. If you're watching on YouTube or Rundle, hit the like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Do us a favor, share with a friend. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review. That's how everyone gets to see us and all that good stuff. If you want to be a super cool fan, go to lostlosers.com, buy a t-shirt. And if you want to be a special person, please go to our Patreon channel, subscribe to our Patreon. It's $5 a month. You get the episodes a day early. You get the LL Please Sunday playlist, and you get the live episodes and all the live joint hours that we will currently trying to get scheduled and put into action.
The one heavy episode so far.
The one heavy
episode.
That one heavy episode is still up there, so please go check them out. They're all archived. Everything's up there. Go check it out. It's $5 a month. We greatly appreciate it. All goes right back into this podcast. So, and if you want to send us an email, it's at lostloserspodcast@gmail.com. That's how you can contact us there. Other than that, we can get into this. So, usually, if you're first time listening to this podcast, we like to kick off with a nice little opening clip. And then we like to get into the wishes this week. And that's usually our weird and interesting shit that's happening to us. Then we got some news. And then we got a guest later today with some more lower clips and Reddit stories and stuff like that. So that's what is on the docket for this week's podcast. So let's get into this stuff. Jamie, you doing all right out there in Kentucky?
Yep.
I'm seeing you still got your 10 fingers and toes, so you actually survived 4th of July. I'm very proud of you on that. So let's kick off the witches. This is the weird and interesting shit that's happening this week. So let's go. Jamie.
Yeah, not too much. Really, the only interesting day this week, I just had 4th of July. It was quite fun. On the 2nd, we did a little family get together right after our recording last week. I forgot last week what we did on Friday. Yeah. And so after that, the day after, had a little family get together, family over and everything. It was the first time meeting some like married in people and stuff like that. And our first time hosting a family event at our place up in Grayson. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot better energy, in my opinion, just because a lot of the family tries to put a restriction onto alcohol, onto like me smoking and different stuff.
Now at your house, you're like, fuck you, bitches!
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
I'm riding around a little mini bike, smoking a joint the other hand, like
no one can say shit because this is my mama's house. What? Doing one of those things?
It's the funniest thing. I wasn't being an asshole about it at all. Like, I went and smoked once, and it was out in the garage, and I'm just like, there's no kids in the garage at all. Like, I make that very clear to people.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And I love hosting parties. I love being the host and kind of be able to give people like chill out time and let people kind of have fun and be the one to cook and run around and do stuff. I love being a host. It's so much fun to me.
Because we are a little bit more wild people. So a little bit, you can let things go a little bit more as long as everyone keeps it in check.
Yeah.
And when we go to other people's house, we feel like we can't be our wild ass selves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're just like, I don't want to break a lamp. You know what I mean? And I want to be that guy. It'd be like, oh, I told you he'd break something. But then you hear that, you're just like, listen, I was just going for a joke, and I didn't know the kid couldn't catch the football. Got it. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, should have listened.
Yeah. But had a little family get together. It was a lot of fun. There was some kids around. I was trying to get the kids to hop on the mini bike or in the trailer and ride them around the yard, but they were with their grandparents, and so I couldn't push it too much. Like if Grandpa calls something on like that, Grandpa's might get in trouble. So I didn't want to get Grandpa in trouble. So,
Hey, listen, Grandpa's only got some short period of time left on the planet, so he's okay with getting in trouble. You should have probably just done it. You know what I'm saying?
it was just
Like,
one of those of like,
Grandpa knows he's a short timer at this moment in time. When you get the title Grandpa, it usually just means short times disease. You know what I mean? So you can get away with doing some shit like that. That's why when you see a grandpa acting racist in a story, you're just like, oh, okay, got it. You just kind of let him go. So you should have just let him get in trouble.
Oh, it's so funny.
Blame Grandpa. It would have been okay.
Yeah, but it was good. The 4th, Haven and I went up to Grayson, just spent some time with Mom, Allison, and Josh. Allison's getting really fat now. Yeah, she's pregnant, so
you could put that nicer, James.
She's getting big.
Well, yeah, because listen, I'm gonna let you in on a secret, and you got to be very nice to your sister when this happens. Josh is what, 6'4",
6'2" or something.
6'3". Okay, he's big.
Yeah.
Your sister, you guys aren't exactly a small basketball team for a family.
Oh no, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure
we're
this
all
kid,
quite large.
So I'm pretty sure this kid is already, I don't know, the size of a normal 4-year-old.
Yeah.
So don't be nice to your sister. She's getting fat. Don't you dare say that. You'd be like, this
kid is gonna be scary.
You're like, this kid, listen, she is already showing the sides of growing what is not only going to be a human being, but a very abnormally large human being.
And they're buying the 0 to 3 month clothes and stuff, and I'm like, he's not even gonna fucking ever fit in that. Like, you guys not realize that?
No, what they
did they not realize that at all yet? Of like this
Wilder, what they say, Wilder,
yeah, Wilder,
yeah, Wilder's coming out
at like 6 months.
Oh, he's coming out in T8.
Like, no, they're buying the smallest little stuff ever, and I'm just like, all right, whatever.
You just might as well take that back.
You can't take it back now.
I'll just take that back right now. Anyways, so be nice to your sister, James. Be nice to her.
It's the funniest thing ever. Just how neurotic she is, but also pregnant.
Yeah. During the first child, be super nice. The second one, slide in the jokes. If they have the third one, then just go heavy. Okay. You're like, I was nice for the first two. Okay. Just saying. All right. What else, buddy? What else did you have going on? I
don't think there's too much. It's just Allison's getting neurotic with pregnancy brain and stuff. And on the 4th, Josh and I, every year we do wizard battles with Roman candles. We take the Roman candles and run around the yard and shoot them at each other and stuff. And so this year we had mini bikes. We had 2 mini bikes. So we got strapped with like 4 or 5 Roman candles each, a lighter, and a bike. And just went at each other as hard as we could. There was a few times it was really close calls of running into each other.
I've seen the video.
And it just keeps going after that.
No. I've seen the video. Your mom sent me the video. And my response was, where the fuck are their goggles?
Yeah, no. I forgot. Dad even said that, and I just completely forgot about your goggles or anything.
No, here's the best part. I wish I would have saved it because I was on Snapchat. I wish I would have saved it because obviously that's how Snapchat goes. I go, where the fuck are their goggles? Your mom's response was, ha ha, you sound like their dad. Your mom. Hold on. Your mom,
that's amazing.
Your mom proceeds to call me and is laughing like you and goes, I got to show Bo the video as well, or he got to see it as it was happening.
Yeah.
And she goes, both of you aren't mad that they're doing it, aren't mad at what they're doing and how it's going. You guys are mad that they don't have goggles.
Yeah.
She goes, that is the most astonishing thing to me right now, is that you're not mad at the whole scenario of two 22-year-old men on mini bikes jousting with Roman candles. You guys aren't mad at that. You're mad that they don't have goggles. I'm like, no, because I would have done the same, but I would have goggles and at least a helmet on because I don't want my hair catching fire. And your mom is laughing like you at this moment in time.
Just loser.
Just losing it. Because she literally goes, you sound like their dad. And I went,
yeah.
I guess
had this whole thing of like, please, 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 at least get goggles. And I was
at least you don't. I'm like, just get goggles. I'm like, just get some goggles. Get the goggles that make sure they wrap, or maybe a face shield at least. You know.
At one point, Alice and her mom said, like, go grab the welding helmets. I was like, yeah, we're gonna ride around blind. Also, while doing this,
at least get some sunglasses. The bare minimum. The bare minimum. Put some sunglasses on. Put on your reading glasses, James. Don't care. Something like that. Anything to protect the eyeballs. That's all I was saying.
oh my gosh.
And you're literally.
I think that's pretty much, yeah. I get that completely, but I think this will be a funny point. Just to end off my wishes. You said the glasses part. I haven't had glasses for years. I wear contacts. I'm either wear contacts or I'm blind. Like I go around the house just blind.
Oh my God. I'm done with you. You drive like that too, don't you?
No.
God.
No. I
Thank
can't
God.
see past my hand.
Oh,
Like
thank
if
God.
I don't have contacts in, I can't see at all.
Oh my God. Go get glasses, James. Go get some glasses. So just get some glasses. Get
It's
some
such
goggles.
a first world problem of like it's either I have contacts in or I'm fucking blind.
Yeah, it is a first world problem. It really is a first world problem. But I just loved your mom's response was,
oh yeah,
you sound like,
like their dad.
You sound like their dad, and then calls me in hysterics. Explaining, I guess he got to see you guys do it, or
yeah, she sent the video to him.
yeah. And I was just like,
Dad's in prison for anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah, and he's in prison saying the same thing. And I'm here in St. Louis going, I'm like, oh, that looks like fun. Wait, where's their goggles? Like great idea, poor execution. And the title of this week's podcast is Great Idea, Poor Execution. Got it.
It was I even when we went to go get the Roman candles at the fireworks stand, I was telling the lady about it, not the bikes. We didn't know we were going to use the bikes yet, but just about
wait.
fight.
You didn't know you guys were going to use the bikes? That would have been the first idea when I had the mini bikes. I literally thought, I didn't say anything because
we didn't have the second bike at the time.
Listen, when you told me you bought the second bike, that was my first idea. And I didn't say anything because I figured that was your first idea. Was jousting with Roman candles on the 4th of July. That should be that sounds like a title to a Kyle or a Katy Perry song.
4th of July or firework jousting.
Firework jousting on the 4th of July.
It's like a Guar song.
Maybe. Katy Perry was better. So speaking of 4th of July.
That's pretty much it for me. Yeah.
So let me get into my wishes here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. I got some.
Yup.
Speaking of 4th of July. So I didn't have many plans or anything like that. But Sunday, what was that, the 3rd? I got up in the morning and went for my normal walk.
Yeah.
So I went a little bit later because I was able to sleep into a whopping 8:30 in the morning on Sunday. So look at me go. Whoop, whoop. I was pretty stoked about that little aspect. So I actually got a full 8 hours of sleep, which is, I don't know, odd. But so I get up and I finally get up and get moving and I'm going for my walk and I'm about halfway through my walk and it's like 10:30 in the morning. And I noticed this vehicle come into the subdivision a little squirrely,
Yeah.
and it was a truck. It was a truck with a couple of adults in it. Older, I would say older adults, like older than me, as you like to put them.
Okay. Yeah. They're getting up to their senior citizen
Yeah.
pass discounts.
I would say about 10 to 15 years older than me. So, but you're
So
getting
yeah,
there.
getting to their senior
No,
citizen
about that.
discounts.
James, I'm 40, you prick. 40, that puts him at 55, 60, you ass. So as I go walking, I see where the truck pulls in. Like they go by me, and I'm like, man, that's a little squirrely, but I didn't think much about it. So about 10 minutes go by as I go walking. I see them in the driveway of the house, and they're still in the truck. And finally, the guy gets out, and he's messing around with something in the back of his truck. And then the lady in the passenger seat kindly pours herself into her front yard. She was drunk at 10:30 in the morning, and I'm not talking like little girl he drunk. I'm
You're
talking
St. Louis drunk.
bro. I'm talking this lady was heavy
What the
already
fuck?
at 10:30. And as I pull my earbud out to say good morning to this guy, he looks at me and goes, heading back to the river. That's all he said. I went, be safe,
Please.
and I just keep on walking. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, listen, I'm talking to this lady.
That's one of those where if I
Bro.
see him, like, I'm sneaking past, snapping a picture of the license plate, and if I see him drive off, I'm calling. That's one of those where I'm not trying to sound like a shitty person, but like, fuck.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like that. I'm like, damn. So I've like,
If she's falling out, he
Dude.
has to have a little bit. Like,
there was another person in the vehicle, like in the truck that I didn't see. And I was just like, damn. I was
they're
like,
struggling.
I was like, you are how old are you? Like, this is one of those, you are so drunk right now that I am looking at you. And I went, these are the times where you need to look in the mirror of where you're at in life. I know you're having a good time and it's 4th of July and let's blow some shit up and let's have a good time on the river.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hey,
you still got to have those moments of like, what am I doing?
It's 10:30 in the morning. Can I re-highlight that? It was 10:30 in the morning. Like, in either A, these people have not gone to sleep yet, or they got up early and started heavy.
They're also on booger sugar. Is that what you're saying? They're just like, ah!
Man, I'm not going with that either. I'm not here or there to say or see those kind of things happen before, but
oh, fuck.
maybe. But I mean, it was just insane. I was like, this is insane. So that was my morning, right? But wait.
Hey, wait. In the morning, yeah.
Wait. But wait, James, there's more. So that night, that's I think Sunday night, July 3rd was, or the 3rd was Sunday. I'm sitting on the front porch, and that's a lot of people are watching or having fireworks go off because obviously the 4th of July was on a Monday, so everyone used the Sunday opportunity to really go after it. So I'm sitting on the front porch, listening to I have my radio up there. I got a joint up there. I'm just chilling. I got my feet kicked up in front of me, like straight out, ankle over ankle, just enjoying life, right? Watching the fireworks. All of a sudden, I see something out of the corner of my eye move. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? All of a sudden, this thing runs up on the porch, jumps over my feet. And when I say jumps over my feet, I felt it go like this and touch my big toes as it used it to leap off onto the table and then run across the fucking front porch and then proceed to look at me like I was in the fucking wrong on my porch. Thanks, Mr. Squirrel.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was a fucking squirrel. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, by the way, did I tell you my garage open? And this thing's running towards the light, which is my open garage. Oh, by the way, did I tell you I'm halfway through a good joint at this time as well? So here I am, unable to fucking react as I'm processing what just happened.
You're just
And I'm like,
looking at him run past. Just
and
like,
I'm
what up, fucker?
as I see him running towards my open garage, I'm like, please don't go in my garage. Please don't go in my garage. Please don't go in my garage. It stops, looks at me again, and then runs across the street towards my neighbor's house. And I'm like, thank God. I wouldn't have known what to do if that squirrel would have went into my garage at that moment in time.
Yeah.
I was at loss. Like I was listening, like what I didn't even know. Didn't even know what happened. Like it happened so quickly. I was trying to process like something touched my foot and something is moving across. Like what the fuck just happened? I'm still processing the touching of my foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what to do. Don't know what to say. Don't know where to go with that. So
And I want to call myself out real quick, just as you're transitioning to something else. I always talk shit about rolling joints and all that. And I just hope you know I still use my cheater
good.
every once in a while.
Good, you bitch.
I still use full papers and filter paper.
Whatever.
I use my
Still
cheater.
bitch. I use my cones. I still use the cones. Don't make fun of me. So I go over to my sister's house on the 4th. All right. She invited me over. I went over, hung out at the pool, had a couple beers.
About this, yeah.
And I get there early because me and my sister were talking about some things that are going on, and she wanted to, just check up on her little brother and stuff like that. And there's currently a guy that is staying with them that is now overstaying their welcome.
Yeah.
But he's a nice guy, and he's kind of overstaying his welcome because he's also helping my sister out with some stuff, or my sister and my brother-in-law out, or soon to be brother-in-law out with some stuff at their house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, this guy, I'm in the pool and I'm sitting there drinking a beer, and he comes up and introduces himself, and a nice enough guy. Let me highlight this one more time before you guys think I am just fucking with you guys and I'm making fun of this guy and I'm just gonna go in and think fun of him. He really is a nice guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Is he clueless nice?
I'll let you all make that judgment call for yourself as I explain this story.
Okay.
He comes up, introduces himself, starts talking, and he goes, "Oh, you're the big brother," because my sister's 9 years older than me. And he's like, "Haha, see, Terry, I'm on your side." Like one of those kind of jokes. And I'm like,
yeah.
And he literally went, "Oh, you're the big brother." And kind of did the double fingers.
What kind of white dude is this?
Bro. Let me describe this guy to you. So not only does he have a fedora like the Jason Mraz fedora on, he's got the
That's
button
his dress up hat.
He's got the button down shirt that's unbuttoned with the beer belly that is clearly over tanned because he's in his 60s and hangs out at the pool all day. He's got his Bermuda shorts on. He's got this goatee, and he's just like, and he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, man, before we get too deep in this conversation, man, I just want to let you know I'm 6 years old and my brain is mush from fucking whiskey and drugs," and pulls out a fucking airplane bottle of Fireball and downs it.
Is this his way of like trying to impress you or something?
I don't know. Listen,
because the way your sister probably talks about you, I can get that a little bit, but
doubt it.
The way I assume she talks about you.
No, probably no one talks good about me except for you guys. Okay.
Like
so,
I can see him being like, "Oh, I know how to connect with this guy, and I know I'd get the same response."
Yeah,
I've had people try to do that to me, and I'm just
I'm like,
"What are you doing, you child?"
Right on, man. I'm like, right on, man. So I'm sitting there like smoking a joint, and he's just like, "I keep smelling that weed, man." I went,
"Yeah, shut up."
Yeah, dude, I'm smoking it. Yeah. So then he proceeds to tell me his life story.
Yep.
and everything that's going on that he thinks what's going on in the world and why it's wrong. And I'm looking at my sister, and she is just like, and that like I'm trying to look at my sister for like that lifeline to get me out of this conversation. And my sister goes, just kind of, and stares at me.
You got trapped.
He finally
You
walks
got
away.
UC'd.
So he finally goes over and starts helping Ben cook. I just stared at my sister. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And she goes, what? And here's my sister's response, everyone. She just stares at me and goes like this and smiles and goes, what? Like, I'm like, you're nothing. I'm like, hey, do me a favor. When I'm drowning next time, just step on my head. I don't fucking need you. You know what I mean? If I ever rob a bank, make sure you tell the cops I have a fucking scar across my right eye. Okay. You just tell them all the details about me. She is dying laughing. By that time, somebody else comes up, and I can forget who this guy is, but he's a nice guy. I can't remember his name. He has a beard and stuff like that. I just want to know. And he goes, oh, I see you met Rick. At least he didn't hit on you. I'm like, what?
He's an old gay that just hangs around the pool.
I went, what? He goes,
You're very hard to read as gay, though.
what?
You're very hard to read as gay, though. At least
I
you
went-
have that going.
I went, what? He goes, he usually hits on guys. Like, he'll hit on you. He gets, supposedly, I guess when he gets drunk, when he gets a little too fucked up, he'll start hitting on, like, he talks to the ladies when he's normal. When he gets all
So
fucked
he's
up, he'll start
an
firing
old
it on the
bi
dude. And I looked at Terry and I went, this is the first time that I shaved my beard that I'm really happy that I fucking shaved my beard, because clearly he likes bears with beards and it ain't fucking me. And I am, dude, now it's game on. Now it's fucking game. This guy, I don't even know who this guy is. I can't remember. Eric, maybe? I don't know. Can't remember his name. Nice enough guy. Because I just bad with names, so don't be mad at me, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm like, hey, I was fucking this dude. I was fucking with him all night. I went, hey man, how's that cave? You know, what's up? I'd walk up. I'm like, man, I'm really glad I shaved last week. I'm like, thank God you're here. You know, tell him like shit like that. This dude was getting wild. And every time he'd walk by every like 15, 20 minutes, this guy had a fucking another airplane bottle of fucking Fireball. Like he was drinking. I mean, the guy was going strong. He's like, I got that weed inside if you want to go inside, man. I'm like, no, I got a joint right here. I'm good.
You can go to my bedroom, my guy, if you want
to. Nope. Yeah, when that dude walked up and goes, at least he didn't hit on you. I went, what just happened? I don't even know what just happened. So I thought I had a stroke the other day. So I went to seeing the new Thor Love and Thunder movie.
I'm seeing it tomorrow. Yeah.
It's good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Marvel movie. It's good though, but we'll after you see it, maybe we'll do a review about it later. So I went and seen it, and I'm sitting there watching it, and where my seat was, I was underneath the AC vent. So I was getting cold air blowing down on me, which was fantastic because when I went and seen it, it was like 105 outside.
Fuck.
I didn't know they put new seats. I know they had the recline seats. So those recline seats, I got wide hips, so my hips or my thighs will hit those buttons every once in a while. So they put new seats in the movie theater, and I guess they're heated. Well, I'll tell you, there's no guess. They are heated. So my back is starting to sweat, and I have cold air coming down on me. And so my nipples are fucking hard cold.
Yeah.
And my back is sweating. I'm sitting there watching Thor Love and Thunder going, I think I'm having a stroke. Oh, man. The bad thing is I'm fucking by myself. It's not like I can fucking hit somebody or tell someone. I'm like, hey, we have a fucking problem. You know what I mean? So I'm trying not to fucking panic. And luckily I look down and see the red glowing button. And I went, what is this? And I hit the button one more. And I went, it went a little light. And I hit another light and it turned itself off. And then all of a sudden the seat started cooling down. I went,
Oh, I fucking hate heated seats.
I'm like,
yeah.
motherfucker, they're fucking heated.
I fucking hate heated seats. I do not like heated seats at all.
I went, son of a
I want
bitch.
I want one of those newer cars that have ventilated seats where it's a cooling seat. I want one of those. Like, I don't like heated seats. That's annoying to me.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought I had a stroke. So
That is,
right.
I can just imagine this.
Buddy.
Like, ah!
All right. So I hit my baddie before I went in. And this is
Yeah.
like, I hit my baddie before I went in. So this is like maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes, 50 minutes later. So I'm still in a comfortable place in my life, enjoying this movie and what I've been looking forward to. And I'm in the perfect frame of mind. I got nice cold air coming down on me. And then all of a sudden I get back sweats. Like, what do you do?
Our bathroom has a heater in it. Like, has a fan to blow out the air, but also has a heater in it, which is just gets ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll accidentally leave it on while in the shower, in a hot shower. And it'll just be at the point where I'm almost lightheaded because it's just like,
Bro.
it's just a fucking sauna.
Couple more things and then we'll move on to the news real quick.
Yep.
So obviously I've been getting out a little bit more, getting a little more human interaction because my therapist told me to, so I have been. And I like to make observation, and I need someone to hear me out. And if you call me a sexist pig, it's fine. I'm a guy and I notice shit. One thing. Was there a bra burning ceremony that I missed, ladies? Because it seems like there is not one lady out there that is wearing a bra anymore. Because there's boobs going this way, boobs going that way. It's fine. I'm okay.
I was going to say, and I stand with the no bra.
I stand with the no bra, but I just didn't get the memo, and it just shocked me. Okay.
So I do have some kind of information. It's not like I'm not trying to just blow smoke up your ass, but there is actual medical shit of not wearing a bra can be a lot better for you in terms of muscle interaction with the world, with gravity. It makes them perkier. Okay. Breast cancer can go lower down. There's like a ton of shit that bras can cause.
Gotcha.
And so it is a lot better just to not wear them.
And then here's another thing. And this is directed to one particular race and one particular race of women only.
White women.
White women. You had 2 years of lockdowns. None of y'all could do a squat. I have not seen this many flat asses rolling around this planet.
My girl ain't got that problem, but yeah.
I'm just saying it's just a glance notice of things I've noticed here recently that we all need to. I'm just saying, I just want to help out. I just want to encourage. And I just didn't get the memo about the bra burning ceremony. I just wanted to understand that. Now, also, with leading into that, so I was obviously sitting at a bar and I was having a couple of beers, and I decided to fuck with some people just to get some reactions. And I don't know if the FedEx guy really liked me fucking around with him too much, because we're talking. I don't know how we got on the subject. I'm like, man, I got a question. I mean, I got this great movie idea. I want to run it by you just to see what happens. And everybody kind of tuned in when I fucking kind of brought this up. I'm like, let's take a billionaire, like a villainous billionaire, like a Lex Luthor type, right? Like, say like a tech mogul. Say he's like a tech mogul billionaire. Say he starts advocating for depopulation of the planet because of climate. We'll just say climate change, right? We'll just say climate change.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. And everyone's like, oh, okay. And he starts advocating for that because everything, the water's rising, temperature's rising, whole nine, right? We need to depopulate the earth. Then mysteriously, about 18 months later, a mysterious virus leaks across the planet and starts taking out the weak ones first. And they start spreading fear, and it's like a flu, and you don't know what to do because it's airborne. and they're fearing you. And now, then miraculously, they come up with a fucking vaccine for it. They're always like, oh man, this sounds great. I'm like, but that billionaire that was advocating for depopulation is now telling you to go get the vaccine. I'm like, wouldn't that be weird? And they're like, yeah, that'd be weird. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I'm like, it's all, I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, that's fucking crazy. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, fuck COVID. Because I just happen to overhear these people talking about fucking COVID and how fucking terrible it is again. I just blew it fucking right up. And they were just like, what? I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sound like a fucking Hollywood script we're just kind of living through right now. And they're just like, I don't appreciate you anymore. I'm like, all right, I'll take my tab and I'm gonna go.
And I'll take my leave.
And I'm gonna go. And they went. And I walked out. I came over, was talking to one of my neighbors. I'm like, you're not gonna believe what just happened. And I told him, I was telling him what happened. And he was dying laughing. He goes, I wish I could have been there to see people. He goes, oh, I'm like, there's people that were kind of on there, just kind of eavesdropping, fucking laughing, and you could see who it was. And then I just walked out. I was like, all right, that's enough humaning or people interaction for me for today.
I feel like you should explain that full one to your therapist and see their reaction.
I will. She's probably not going to like it per se, but I don't know. It'd be funny. All right. Let's get into the news. I don't like stop. I stop that at weird different times. I know. All right, Jamie, I want to talk about this real quick, and I know you're probably not interested in this, but I think this is a fucking wild ass story that we all need to talk about real quick. So I know we don't usually talk about politics or anything like that in here because we try not to offend anybody because we all have pretty staunch fucking hard views.
Just want it to be a show for fun.
Yeah. But we all, we can all agree that Putin's a piece of shit and Russia's what they're doing in Ukraine is kind of garbage.
Okay, yeah.
But then again, we can all argue on the other side as well. But I'm not going to get
there's some
into it.
questionable stuff when it comes to our reaction to it.
Yes. All right. Now here's where the fucking weird shit begins. Is like so, Kirill Kaprizov. He's a forward for the Minnesota Wild. He's a hockey player. And he's a legit star of a hockey player. Like, he's one of the best out there right now. He's fucking amazing. He's actually entering his second year of a 5-year, $45 million contract, which is pretty heavy contract for hockey players. It's pretty almost a max contract. So he's a Russian-born player. He is trying to get back in the United States, but has been denied twice now. He's kind of on the run from the Russian government because he has been linked to and accused of buying fraudulent military IDs. So I guess you have to do a mandatory military time there.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And you have to get this ID saying you've done your time. Hockey players and stuff like that get student waivers and work waivers.
Yes.
Because they can basically they can pay it off. You know what I mean?
And same thing in Korea, Israel, a few countries. Yeah.
So what a lot of people do is they buy these fraudulent IDs and they just don't do it. And like, oh yeah, look, your system fucked up because they can't. Because obviously it's a little bit corrupt over there.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, it's really that corrupt and that like blindsided on shit that they.
So this Kaprizov is he's linked to this. So he is actually I think in the Bahamas. So he's not in Russia. He got out of Russia before they got him.
Nice.
There's a goalie prospect for the Philadelphia Flyers by the name of Ivan Fedotov. I don't know. Ivan. We're just going with Ivan. I'm not going to put his last name. Who was also linked to the same fraudulent one that got caught and was sent to a northern Russian military base.
Jesus.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you want to start denouncing the United States freedom, that you don't have to do shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How fucking wild. How fucking wild is that? Like, I hope they can get him, you know, get that fucking squared away and shit like that. But
Oh yeah, like what
it's-
the fuck?
that is wild.
It sounds similar to like the was it the WNBA player or
Yeah, but she got caught with a gram of
oh yeah, that a cart.
a cartridge. Listen, but it's completely illegal in Russia. Know where you're at.
Yeah.
And here's, I want to let you know something. If Joe Biden gets her out of Russia and scot-free, every person that has a THC charge in the United States that's in prison right now should file a lawsuit against the federal government.
I think I agree with that.
That's just me, but I'm not going to here nor there. All right, we got to take a quick pause.
Yeah.
So, but no, that stuff in Russia is wild. So,
I think I agree on your stance though. It's a harsh one, but it fucking makes sense.
yeah, but it's just I don't know. Like, I mean, like, just be happy that we don't have to do mandatory, military time here. I know we
Yeah.
have the mandatory draft for males. Like at 18, all males have to go register for the draft. You know that, right?
I did because I was going to college because I was trying to get college fund.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, you have to do it for the law. Every male has to go and register for the draft at 18.
Oh,
everyone with a Y chromosome, I should say. So let's just go with that. All right, moving on. This is a major announcement, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on. Do I have an announcement button? I don't have an announcement button. Thought I had an announcement button. Sorry. Get a major announcement here. If you were in the Dallas area between June 22nd and June 25th, and you happen to visit a place called Club Dallas, which is a private men's salon or what they like to call a bathhouse.
All right.
It's a place where you can, lounge around and maybe
bathe with other men.
Yeah, it's a bathhouse, dude. It's a sauna,
But
bathhouse
men only,
just for men. And you can, lounge around and hang out, or you can maybe enjoy a movie in a private dressing room.
Oh no.
Now, if you happen to be there between those dates and you happen to maybe interact with another male that might have been from out of town, you need to check yourself for monkeypox.
Oh,
Dallas health officials are saying an out-of-state man that was visiting Dallas who was infected during the time that has a confirmed case of monkeypox visited Club Dallas and had sex with multiple partners. Yeah. So monkeypox is transmitted by bodily fluids, sores shared through clothing and bleeding, and also can breathe or be spread through respiratory droplets if close settings. I think this was a pretty close setting. So if you happen to be monitoring or visit that club during that time, please be monitoring your symptoms, which are fever, swollen lymph nodes, body aches, and common or before a rash appears. What do you say to that, James?
So I don't know much about monkeypox at all, but that's
monkeypox is the new smallpox pandemic that's going around.
Sounds like it's a little bit harder to catch it.
Well, you basically have to fuck someone to get it.
I'm about to say, like, it sounds kind of intense to get it.
Basically, here's what I read about monkeypox, and they're not calling it monkeypox anymore because the CDC says it's racist. So I don't know what they're calling it now. So I'm just going with what the news article said. So don't yell at me.
All right, wait. Like, let's break this down real quick because I want to ask this question and just kind of put this out there. For it to be racist, do you have to have the thought of that connection between monkeys and a certain race? Does that go on to the person that says it's racist? Because in my opinion, it does. If you're automatically connecting the word monkey to a fucking race,
That's
fuck
on you.
you.
That's on you.
Like,
so I am not here nor there to go with that or fight that argument,
Jesus.
but I get your point. So here we go.
What the fuck? It's a
Here's what
script.
Here's what I have read about the monkeypox pandemic so far, or what they think it has started. They think there was somebody that was in Africa that fucked a monkey and then went to a rave in Europe and had sex with multiple people there. And it started to spread from there.
All right.
James,
I'll
I'm
take
not-
it. Whatever.
listen,
I'll take it at face value. Whatever.
I am not
I believe
arguing. Listen,
you.
don't argue. This is why I tweeted out like a month and a half ago, who was the dickhead who fucked a monkey and then went to a rave in Europe? And no one ever responded back to me. And I was like, no one's seeing
I didn't
this.
even see it.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
didn't
It was
see
a couple
it,
months
yeah.
back. I tweeted that out. And that's what I know. And it was from an article, I think from the New York Times. They're like, someone fucked a monkey in Africa and they went to a rave in Europe and had an orgy. It looked like you're almost so too crossfitted right now that I'm knocking you out with facts.
Yeah, like this just sounds fake. This sounds like
This is real life, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot make this shit up no more. I'm done.
the
Okay?
CDC thing pissed me off already. And then no, it sounds like it sounds like me in middle school. And I was like, hey, you know how AIDS started? Someone went down and fucked a monkey. Even though that's probably the last thing that fucking happened
Yeah.
to start the HIV virus.
Yes, I know. But listen, buddy, I'm just letting you know. Dude, I just give the information. You all can yell at me later. You all just killing the messenger. I'm just here writing the jokes, just pointing out these facts. This is real life. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay,
The CDC one makes me mad.
James.
That one makes me mad.
All right. See, I knew you were gonna get pissed off, so I'm gonna make you happy now about the last news story. I'm gonna make your dreams come true. There's a Swedish company called Oomph. Have you heard of this?
No, I hope
O-U-
it's male
O-U-M.
contraceptive.
OUMPH apostrophe Oomph. That last year started developing something,
All right.
and now I think they're going to market with it. And they ran it as a out of the food truck in Stockholm, Sweden last year during Halloween. It's a plant-based burger that is supposed to taste exactly like human flesh.
Oh yeah, you mentioned this offhandedly to me.
Yes. So it's a soy, mushroom, and wheat protein, also with plant-based fats, whatever the fuck that is. I didn't know a plant had fat.
Yeah, there's plenty. Yeah.
Okay. Anywho, and a mysterious spice mix to make the burgers for the willing to indulge in some cannibalism.
Is it something you can order?
I don't know. You have to go to Oomph. So they did this as an effort to prove to meat lovers that they can make any plant-based burger taste like any particular meat. Here is the thing that threw me for a loop, and I want you to know.
It's a weird statement to take.
Nope. Hold on. It gets worse. Like I said, James, let me finish. So the co-founder of Oomph, Andres Linden, said, "We developed this burger in no time as soon as we knew what taste and texture we were after. There was no wait. There was no follow-up to that statement. And I have questions. And I have a lot of them. First of all, one,
Why?
how do you know the taste and texture?
Like, my stance isn't this bad now, ain't it? Huh? I've said ethical. I've made it very clear. I just want it. It's like if someone offers it. Like, no, this guy's more fucked up than me. You can't tell me shit.
No
you can't
one.
tell me shit.
What do you mean? As soon as you knew the taste and texture, how do you know the taste and texture? When did you taste this taste and texture? How did you get to taste this texture? Do this? Like, I have so many questions. And that was the only fault.
Right?
There was no follow-up, huh?
You said Sweden, right?
It's Sweden.
I think you can volunteer to be eaten there. I might be pulling this out of my ass.
It sounds like that. It sounds like a Jamie Fortney pull. You better fucking Google the shit out of that.
Yep, I am.
I want to know. Like, I have questions.
Swedish campaigns, just cannibalism for the environment.
All right, I'm done in Sweden. They're fucked up.
Swedish scientist advocates eating humans to combat climate change.
The fuck's in the water in Sweden?
So I don't think it's legal there. But so
They're working on it.
I do think there is legal suicide there. That I'm pretty sure on.
What do you suicide by getting eaten alive? Is that like
No, just like injection. Like, I'm pretty sure you can go and do voluntary suicide.
All right, that makes sense. But you know what, dude, quit pulling. Just say you were wrong. Just like, hey, man, I was wrong.
That's
Okay.
that's why I said that.
All right.
Yeah, because assisted suicide is approved in Sweden. Yeah.
Okay. It makes sense. Like, assisted suicide makes sense. You know what I mean?
I think
extent.
for a lot of people it does. Yeah.
All right. Where am I at? Okay. I'm gonna cake. I'm done with. You get to live your dream now. The CDC.
I think I'd try it. That's the way that dude talks about it. That's scary. The way I want to try it, in my opinion, makes a lot of sense. That rationally makes sense.
How? I want to know. How did you know what taste and
texture? Yeah, exactly.
No one had a follow up. You're just gonna let that statement go.
That dude's creepy as shit.
You just bulldoze. You just okay. Yep, knew it. Yeah. All right, I'm fucking done. Okay, I got to take a pause for a minute because I got to pee, and then we will be back with our guest, Mr. Jason Soto from the Rabbit Hole podcast. Yeah. I think I said that all correctly. He'll fucking correct me when he gets here. All right, we'll be back. Okay, everyone, we are back, and we are joined this week by Jason Soto from which podcast is it now? The Rabbit Hole podcast. You got too many, bro.
It's Rabbit Hole Podcast. It's a network. It's a whole network of podcasts, and that's at rabbitholepodcast.com. I have two main shows, like two mainstay shows that I'm proud of, and then the rest are just like side gigs. The main one that I think, if anyone that listens or watches your show should check out, it should be Whatever with Jason Soto. It is a comedy podcast where like anything goes. I take a look at news stuff. I take a look at weird things on the internet. We play games, all kinds of great comedy, goofy to be had. I do a impersonation of the former president, who shall remain nameless.
The Donald Trump. You can name him. We don't give a shit. We're not afraid of the orange man. You can name drop anybody. We don't give a fuck here. We make fun of Donald Trump. We make fun of the dead guy who's in the office now. Fuck them all. We don't give a shit. We just made fun of the CDC for being fucking weird.
Well, I do an impersonation of him, and most people don't enjoy it, but I do it anyway.
Dude, bust it out. Like, let me hear that shit real quick. Hear it out.
All right. I got to do the hand thing along with this, so you have to bear with me.
You have to.
Thank you for welcoming me on the Losers Podcast. You know who's a loser? Mike Pence, because Mike Pence wouldn't lie for me. I wanted him to lie for me and cheat and steal, and he wouldn't do it. He's such a lame loser. Did you know that he came up to me with a chastity belt and said, "Hey, check out my chastity belt"? And I was like, "Why are you showing me this, man? Why are you showing this to me? I don't need to see that." So no, yeah, Mike Pence is the big loser. There you go. There's a sample.
Nice.
It's not the best impersonation. I should have led in with that.
No,
It's not the best impersonation, but
he's not exactly the best person. So fuck
but
it.
I think you get what I'm doing if I don't say who I'm doing.
We understand.
So anyway, that's the kind of goofy ass shit that happens over at whatever with Jason Soto.
Sure.
So check that out. It's a weekly show, comes out every Monday. rabbitholepodcast.com or Spotify and Anchor. Go check those out in those places. And the second show is, as you know, That's the Bomb, Yo. We did an episode of Good Will Hunting.
Yes, that is it.
And it is my 90s nostalgic movie podcast. I pick 90s movies that were either very important to society, important to me, or just fun to talk about. And it's the subtitle is 90 hella rad movies from the 90s, but between you and I might do more than 90 because I'm having a lot of fun with the show.
Yeah,
it is a very fun show to do.
Yeah, I'm a huge horror fan.
Okay.
We usually ask kind of horror inspired questions and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any 90s horror movie?
We're gonna do Scream eventually.
Okay, yeah.
Because Scream was like
society. Yeah, to go into the society one, that goes right along with that.
Because horror was kind of dead in the early 90s. It kind of took like this weird little break, and then Scream happened. And then suddenly it was like horror movies galore was popping up in movie theaters. So that's a very important movie for the 90s.
I know what I did, or know what you did last summer.
That led to all those.
It led to Final Destination.
Disturbing Behavior. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Disturbing Behavior. Yes. That's like one of those underground movies people forget about.
Is that the one with Josh Hartnett and Kate Holmes?
Yes.
When they get like aliens or some weird shit.
It's like Stepford Wives, but with high school students. They get like the terrible students that are like smoking weed, such a terrible habit. Who would do such a thing?
I'm sorry. I feel like you're judging me right now, and I don't.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not. I'm speaking from the movie's point of view. And they turn them into like well-adjusted football players. That's the plot of that movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a fun movie. Don't take it seriously.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Sure. No,
That's the Bomb, Yo. Those can be found at rabbitholepodcast.com. And then I got a bunch of other smaller ones. I probably don't have to. Literally, we'd be here the entire length of the show for me explaining all my shows. So just go to rabbitholepodcast.com and just click around.
And you'll see. Yeah.
It's fun. Go on.
It's kind of. Is there any later 90s horror movie that you think kind of you can point to that goes into the gore porn stuff of the early 2000s?
For some reason, the earliest one that's coming to me right now, and this is probably a very terrible exaggeration or example rather, is fear.com, which was the movie about like the killer website that would kill people, anyone who went to it.
It's so bad. I love that one.
Yeah, that's a really stupid ass movie.
Yeah, it's just I was trying to think of like late 90s movies that kind of go into the Saw, the Hostel, that's gore porn stuff.
I think Saw. Well, I think, if my opinion, hear me out. What led to that? Like what led to Saw and the more gore things? To be honest, was this is gonna sound weird. It's kind of like, no, that's not it. I was going to say Quentin Tarantino and the way he led in with Pulp Fiction and the more to the gore, but that wasn't the way I was thinking. But that that didn't make sense as I was saying it out loud.
That was still more tasteful.
That makes sense. But I was trying to think of the movie that was like in that area and I couldn't remember it. But with Kill Bill and stuff like that, but that was later on. I fucked up my own timeline in my head. I get it. I'm an idiot. It's fine. I admit where I go wrong. But
yeah.
Go on.
No,
Anything
that's
else?
pretty much it.
And where else? So before we go in and continue, where can they find you? Where they can follow you besides downtherabbithole.com and anywhere else? And Twitter, stuff like that.
Yeah, on Twitter you can follow me at famous comedian. Because believe it or not, when I was making my Twitter, that was available somehow. All the famous comedians that are out in the world, they did not think to grab the Twitter handle of famous comedian, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So if anyone out there wants to fight me for it, they can fight me for it in the parking lot tomorrow night at 8:00. And then you can follow Rabbit Hole Podcast over at Rabbit HP.
There you go. So now we did do an episode of the Bomb Podcast about Goodwill Hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And you said something on that podcast. I don't know if you remember.
Probably not.
But I still have a bone to pick with.
Okay, I'm dying to hear
you
this.
Over.
All right, I'm dying.
You said a certain movie was better than Goodwill Hunting.
Okay.
And that happened to be the one movie that won the Best Picture award that year against that movie.
Okay, I have to remind me what that was.
Fucking Titanic.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I did forget all about that. I'm
fucking still flabbergasted.
I have a question. What movie has Kate Winslet's boobs in it?
I don't give a shit. Listen,
that's gonna win hands down.
It doesn't put it over the top for a 3. You have to wait to listen. You can watch Goodwill Hunting, and the time it takes to get to the point of Kate Winslet's boobs in Titanic. So that makes Goodwill Hunting win because I could watch that movie and then walk in the Titanic and went boobs and then turn around and walk right the fuck out.
Well, there you go. You got something to kill your time with until you get to Kate Winslet.
That doesn't make Titanic a good movie.
And then all the deaths at the end. I'll admit the first half is a little slow if you're not into romantic stuff. I get
the first
that.
2 hours and 45 minutes.
I get that. But then when all the killing starts happening, it's like a fucking disaster movie, and it's like almost like a horror movie in and of itself.
Yeah, so we could fast forward. It could have been a 15-minute short, but not Best Picture of the Year. I was so flabbergasted at that comment that I reached out to a professional movie critic. Professional fucking movie critic. Who's a good friend of the show, Mr. Dan. I'm going to screw up his last name, Bufas. He writes for fucking Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm not doubting.
He did a joint hour with me.
Okay.
He go back and fast right on the tape. He was like, "You're fucking crazy. Fucking Goodwill Hunting should have won." Because everyone knows this. Goodwill Hunting should have fucking won. They just gave it to James Cameron because it made a fucking $1 billion. That's it. That's the difference. That's why they gave it to him.
No, yeah. I'm not doubting that. I mean, I know movie critics too who is also on Rotten Tomatoes, and I could go reach out to them and see what they say. I might have more people on my side.
Bro, let's go. I will fucking fight with this one to the death. It's so.
I love you're so passionate about this. You're so passionate about this.
Is garbage. It's like Avatar.
Jason,
I don't like Avatar. I don't like
thank
Avatar.
Fucking God.
Oh, Jason, how old are you?
I just turned 42.
Okay, I'm 21. So
okay. So you have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, I got no fucking opinion.
No.
At all.
He's like, I don't know what to do here because I've never seen any of these movies ever.
I've never seen Titanic.
To you, the 90s is like what?
Like I've never even seen Titanic. Yeah, like I'm just
here. Let me tell you, Titanic is a 3.5 hour bore fest up until that 3.5 hour mark where you see the fucking ship hits the iceberg and it goes downhill from there, and then it ends. That's the best part. Is it ends, and there's boobs. There's Kate Winslet's boobs.
Yeah.
That's about
I was
it.
about to say, like, that's why I got a Fanta can on my hand is because of that movie. So, partially, I took a picture of myself naked in the maybe like one of your French girls poses with a Fanta 12-pack of Fanta covering my cock,
You did the
and
Burt.
eventually I
So
got
you
a
did the
Fanta can
you did the Burt
tattooed on my
Reynolds.
hand.
So
Oh,
you did the Burt
Jesus.
Reynolds. You did the
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds with
You
some
did the
fucking
Burt-
some Fanta.
yes. If he gets that reference.
Oh.
Yeah. I love talking to young people because you just say shit and they're like, "What the fuck are you
Okay,
talking about?"
Burt Reynolds back in the 70s when he was like
This is all you.
the hottest fucking man on the planet, like because he was gorgeous. Let's be honest.
Wait. Do you know who Burt Reynolds is? Let's start with that.
No,
Smokey and the Bandit, the longest
Yeah.
yard.
I've never seen it.
You got to start at the way beginning.
Okay, Burt Reynolds used to be a movie star in movies like Gator, White Lightning, The Longest
wow.
Yard,
Oh,
Heard
then-
of the longest yard.
hang on. Have you seen Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights.
No,
Okay.
and I've never heard of Gator or White Lightning.
Well, those are all like very specific
those-
70s
yeah.
movies.
Okay. Anyways, that's why I'm going to that time frame. And then he started the movie like Smokey and the Bandit, Cannonball
I've
Run.
heard of it.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. He was in the he played the old guy in Adam Sandler's remake of The Longest Yard.
Okay,
Okay, he was the old guy who was the running back.
yeah,
Okay, that's Burt
with
Reynolds.
Joey. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's Burt Reynolds. Now, Burt Reynolds was a sex symbol in the 70s,
All right.
and he posed for
In the same
Cosmo
pose,
and the
Cosmo.
Cosmo talent and Cosmo,
Cosmo,
and he
yeah.
had his hat in front
covering
of
his
him
cock.
over, and that was all he had on, and that's why they call it the Burt Reynolds.
I feel like I've seen that picture because of Mom.
You have, like, we could Google it real quick. Like Google Burt Reynolds Cosmopolitan.
Cosmo, it'll be the first thing
It'll be
that
the
comes
first
up.
thing that pops up.
I love talking to young people like at my job. I made a Big Lebowski reference one time at work and no one knew what the fuck I was talking about.
I know Big Lebowski.
Thank God.
And then they were like, "The what?"
This is his
Like,
arm. This is just his arm.
Oh, it
above
was his
his
arm.
cock.
Yeah, that was it.
Like, this is a lot more graphic than what you were even saying.
Oh, sorry, I just forgot the picture. So yeah,
it was.
I'm sorry, Jason.
It was a very big thing back when it happened.
yeah, it was a very like that set off the like Playgirl or the women porn industry was him.
Oh yeah.
I'm
And,
about to
like,
make it.
I hate sounding like the zoomer in the room, but yeah, no. What you guys are saying, like, no, I couldn't sit here and BS it through. Like, no, I don't know fucking any of that.
I'm about to make another reference that's gonna go over your head. Is that was the male Farrah Fawcett poster? Yeah, I figured.
The red. You talk about the one in the red bathing suit?
Yep. The Farrah Fawcett 70s.
Oh, I know that because of Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
There you go, buddy.
Like, when it comes to music, I know a lot of shit. Movies, no.
Mhm.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
If
still
we're
educating.
talking old music, I'm good for the most part. I
Jason,
know
we're
what I should
we're
know.
still educating him on movies because
Okay.
he's halfway through the first Top Gun movie,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it so
I
he,
started the other night.
and
It's gay
literally-
as fuck.
that's it. That's what it was like.
It's so homoerotic.
Yes, it is. It very much so is.
Like
Yes.
this is what he sent me.
It's just
He was
yeah,
just,
it's just
like,
like comparing cock sizes, basically.
and he was like, "Man, this is over the top. We can't do this here." So, what else? So, what movies you got coming down on the pipeline that you're about ready to do? on the bomb?
Next one's gonna be American Pie. Because
those movies.
that kind of bought the return of the sex comedy. Sex comedy sort of disappeared.
The raunchy sex comedy, high school
yeah,
sex comedy.
disappeared. Yeah, it sort of disappeared for a while. American Pie kind of bought it back, and then it was because of that we got like Road Trip and Euro Trip and all the weird direct-to-video sequels to American Pie that happened.
How many more are in that? How many are in that series now? Are there
It's
like
like 4 or 5.
are there
well,
more than that?
it's kind of it's weird. So there's like 4 official titles with those characters,
Oh,
and then there's these ones that are like American Pie presents like beer pong or something. I can't remember what it's called, but or like there's one where they go to the band camp and stuff like that. And there was like 3 or 4 of those like direct to video American Pie presents. Like it was very strange.
I was like,
That brought back
what
the
was the
return.
wedding one?
The American Wedding, that was like that was sort of like a soft reboot of sorts because they were older.
I remember when I was younger, when I would
Lord,
get
Lord.
my phone and everything taken away, that's what I would use to jack off.
American
The
Pie?
video.
American Wedding and American Pie. Yeah.
Okay,
Shannon
I
Elizabeth.
can see that.
Yeah. I
Oh
would just
yeah.
repeat the scene.
What
and just
happened?
like,
What happened to Shannon Elizabeth? Don't worry, buddy. We all did that too.
Yeah.
We just didn't say it out loud. Whatever happened
it's
to
a
her?
funny one for my age.
She.
I have no
Good
idea.
question.
She just kind of. I know she was married to one guy and they just got divorced, and he kind of was the one who kind of torpedoed her career or something crazy like that,
And
or
then just disappeared.
he just ended up disappearing.
Yeah.
I think the last movie I remember seeing it was 13 Ghost.
Okay. She's still doing shit. Nothing noteworthy.
I was about to say, yeah.
Probably not.
And
And I bet
nothing.
Movies
No.
And
stuff
she's probably
here
one
there.
who's not aging well. I bet. You know, like Kelly McGillis, like she didn't age well. But you know who did age well? Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
My boy, good Lord, she is. Talk about someone. Isn't she married to Paul Bettany? Like
Yes, she did.
you,
Yes, Paul Bettany. Yes.
that would be Vision for you, James.
I was about to say, I don't know that one either.
Paul Bettany is Vision in the Marvel series MCU or Jarvis
And WandaVision.
and WandaVision. Yes, that's
freaking
Paul
love
Bettany,
Yeah.
and his wife is
awesome.
just Chef's Kiss. So American
Yep.
Pie and
Next one after that's gonna be Clerks, which was like this was planned way before Clerks 3 even dropped. Like I had these planned like months in advance, and then suddenly
Nice.
Clerks 3 dropped. And I was like, whoa, this is fucking weird ass timing on my part. So that's amazing. But yeah, Clerks. Then a friend of mine wanted to do Terminator 2. So I was like, I'm always down for Terminator 2.
James Cameron's best movie.
And then The Craft. Another friend of mine wanted to do The Craft because that was like her sleepover movie when she was a teenager. And then Event Horizon, and then Half Baked, and that's kind of where I stop right now.
Nice.
Then I got to plan the next slate of movies after that.
Nice.
Have you
Clerks
done
is-
Friday and stuff?
I will probably eventually do Friday.
Yeah.
I think that's on the master list. Hang on, let me
I
look
was
at the
about to say, if
master
you want
list.
us on for that one, I was just like smoking joints the entire time.
That would be a very loose episode.
Dude, that's a fantastic. That would be a fantastic
Friday.
episode. But yeah,
Yeah, Friday's on the master list. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I want you to go take a listen. Though, looking forward to those and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. But Clerks is probably one of my. I remember watching Clerks. We used to come on the Independent Film Channel at like 11 o'clock every Saturday night. That's how I used to watch it. And
Oh.
like in like 1990, let's see, it came out what 90.
Clerks was 93, 94. 94.
Yeah,
think.
and then I remember like the Independent Film Channel would show like the Sundance winners or something like that.
Yeah.
And they would run those at like 11 o'clock or like 10 or 11 o'clock at night on the channel. Well, here at least. And then Clerks, that's how I found Clerks. And I remember the line and just remember just falling in love with that movie.
Yeah. You know what's
That's
cool with the
great.
IFC channel is they'll play like anything and they won't like censor. They won't censor nudity. They won't censor
Yeah.
swear words. I think that's awesome. I wish like more channels would do that.
Yeah, but I mean, you still had to sit through a shit ton of commercials, but it was that was the best part.
But you
That-
can see you can see Kate Winslet's boobs and hear the fucks.
Yeah, but you didn't see Case Winslet's boobs on the Independence channel because that was a fucking commercial release of a terrible fucking movie.
You know what's funny is I don't even really like Titanic that much. I just think it's a good movie. I'm not even like a hardcore stand for it.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Okay, I'm really not. It's not a bad movie. I'm just for someone to say it's better than Good Will Hunting. flabbergasted the fuck right out of me.
Because I had to think when I was doing that show, and I'm being honest, what movie am I going to rewatch more? And I went to Titanic because I remember, if you remember the episode, I said I didn't super care for Good Will Hunting. I didn't think it was that great of a movie, and I didn't really get the appeal to it. I think it's okay for what it is. You know, it's not bad by any means, but I'm never going to watch Good Will Hunting again, like ever in my life. I'm done. I'm good. I don't ever need to see it again. Titanic, I can rewatch. I know it's going to take like half a day, but I can rewatch Titanic.
Didn't Titanic have like a fucking intermission when it was released in theaters?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, was there certain theaters that like gave you a break halfway through?
I think the one I went to didn't do that, but I think there probably were. There probably were some.
Yeah, for me, that's like the Snyder Cut. Like, I sat through that in one sitting, and I don't know if it was a good decision or not. Still,
I like the Snyder Cut, but I only watched it once.
it was fucking amazing,
Yeah.
but it was 4 or 5 hours out of my day because I watched it with 8 other people.
Yeah. So, all right, I got a clip. Let's move on. I got a couple of clips for you guys. You guys seen them? Don't
Reddit.
scream too loud, but check this fucking wild ass shit out. Look at that.
Oh,
Jesus.
wait,
Yeah.
where did that hit? Oh, there was a few in front of her, and then the one like right in front of her.
So it looked like it hit in front of the truck in front of them, skipped the truck, hit in front of them, and then skipped over them.
Yeah.
That's fucked. And I'm gonna say right now, I do not fuck with lightning. Like I'm if it's lightning outside, I run inside. I do not fuck with it.
You just All right.
I'm out. Like, nope.
I'm a Florida man, so I don't really have those thoughts.
You're the one. Glad to meet you finally.
Yeah.
He's a Florida. Listen,
A lot of
I'm a Florida
alligators.
man
Hold
at
on,
heart.
time out.
I'm a
Jamie,
military kid. I've moved around
Jamie,
the country.
time out.
But
Jamie, time out. Let's you're not a Florida man.
not fully,
Time out.
but
Let me
at
explain.
heart.
You're not. You were born in Florida. You
Yeah.
drank a little swamp water. You happen to be a military kid that bounced around this crazy country with a semi-crazy dad. So yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're a Florida man. Forget it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh,
So
man.
I've never had that thought of like being scared of the rain, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
I grew up in like having hurricane season where we would go out with cardboard boxes and scooters so we could fly down the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're idiots. He's an idiot. Okay. Ask him what he did for the 4th of July.
Well, first off, before I ask that, how many fingers do you have right now?
I still got all 10.
Okay, so then it could have been that bad. What did you do on the 4th of July?
We took Roman candles and mini bikes and jousted with them.
Okay.
Here's the bad thing: without goggles,
Yeah, nothing.
nothing, just no protection. They just went out.
Jesus, dude. Are you hang on? Are you okay? Do you need therapy? I'm here to talk to you, man. I don't know if anyone's helping
I've been
you.
through about 8 years of therapy.
I'm here, man. I'm here for you. All right.
Clearly, Jason has not listened to too many episodes of the podcast of what goes on here.
No, probably not enough.
Oh, you're
I started
You're
going
good.
through
Fucking with
therapy
you.
when I was 7.
The couple I listened to, I didn't hear anything about therapy stuff. So
that's amazing. We talk about it all here all the time. Speaking of someone who probably needs therapy,
Oh, yeah.
oh, is it me? Oh,
probably.
yeah, it probably is.
Here, you go first. I'll go first. Okay. Ready?
Wait, don't hit the door, Morgan. Don't hit.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Y'all need to see that one more time.
I'll go first.
Yeah, I kind of do actually.
Here, you go first. I'll go first. Okay. Ready?
Wait, don't hit the door, Morgan. Don't hit. Holy.
Wow. That is a talent. I think you got to train to do
Oh,
that.
one more time, dude.
The guy. in
Wait, don't hit the door,
background.
Morgan. Don't hit. Holy.
Don't hit the door. Don't hit the door.
Dude, not
Holy-
only she hit the door, but she hit it with her face.
Yeah. Wow.
Like-
clean smeared up the face. Like, oh.
I think I've paid extra for a girl to bend that way before. I'm a little gypped.
This lady's doing it for free in a party. Dude, she
Damn.
scorpioned herself. Dude, she went to a perfect circle.
Yes.
She kept rolling. Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, she smoked the door with her face. Just
Yes.
I just want to be on the other side of that door.
yeah. Did you see the
I
girl?
want to see the other. I want to
If you
be
go
on the other
back-
side and see like the
Go
pop
back
through.
and look. You see somebody walk and stop. Like was walking by when the door flung open and stop and go and look.
Well, yeah,
down.
that's impressive. Have you
was
ever
like-
seen that in person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Sorry.
Actually, no. So on the we did a hard episode that's up on our Patreon. $5 a month if everyone wants to go and donate. And we had a clip of a guy who reached over a lay. I don't know if you know what a lay is.
I do.
A metal lay, and his jacket got caught on his sleeve, and then he turned into a lowercase O, and then parts started flying off of him.
Oh my god.
That's up on our Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go, it's $5 a month. Yeah. So yeah, we found some weird shit, and we like to show it here. But yeah, we have seen some stuff like that before. This is wild.
Okay. No, yeah, I believe. No, I 100% believe you. My God. Yeah, my co-hosts are a little prudish, so I have to I can't do shit like that to them. I can handle all that, but if I tried to show that to them, they would probably run out of the room and start
I
throwing.
just got jealous because I had kind of the self rule for myself of like, all right, people can't die in these videos. And then he popped that out, and I was like, I have a ton more.
And
Like
listen,
I could have had plenty.
and this is the only. I'm like, this is the only video that we're gonna show of someone dying, and because someone sent that to us. And
Oh my
personally,
God.
So
Okay.
yeah, we did one episode in Abigail from the Manic Pixie podcast. I don't know if you ever talked
Yep,
to her. She's
I'm
a fantastic
familiar.
person. Fantastic person, sweet human being. She came on here and came on the podcast, and I don't think she could get off the podcast fast enough. Like, by the time we were done with her, she was like, "Thanks, guys," and was out.
Out.
And that's the last time I heard. Like she was just like, I think we
Aw.
warped her head. Like we got done, we all just kind of looked around and we went. I don't think she appreciated anything that just happened to her in the last hour.
Yeah.
But we do
No.
some hot shit here.
No, I
Yeah.
have co-hosts that are like that, so I understand.
But no, we seeing someone get scorpion turning himself into an O and bouncing their face off the door.
I approve of that.
I like it.
I approve.
So, you guys ever fucking Jason? You married?
No.
Never been married? Anything
Never been
like
married.
that?
I just have a girlfriend. That's it.
All right. So there's usually signs, right, that marriage or something's not going to work.
Mhm.
I think this might be one of them.
Oh.
For everybody that can't see it, this dude went to go throw a pigeon. That pigeon just fucking.
Fully asleep. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that's
He
funny.
covered its face for too long.
That's hilarious.
You know, oh,
I've seen a few of those clips, and so like to make a bird fall asleep, you pretty much just cover its eyes, and if its eyes are closed for long enough, it just falls asleep, just because of how dumb it is.
hey
And
man,
so
hey man,
you can
that
just make it pass out, and then just like
I'm gonna let you know something. That bird's trying to tell you something. Right. Just get
I
out.
would love to
Run out.
purposely do that at my wedding. Just make the bird pass out and then just like, whoa.
If you can make a bird do that, that'd be amazing.
Oh, I would so try to.
I'm so happy your girlfriend doesn't listen to this podcast because the shit that you say on here, she would already had
She's
you
not
moved
even
out.
home right now. I'm free.
She would have you moved out. She would delete your phone number and she would pretend like this never happened in her life.
Wow.
You like literally, she would say she would literally do that wild shit. Like she'd be like, I'm done with this guy.
Some recordings when she's being more active in the house, I'm a little bit more careful because I'm like, if she really hears some of the shit I say, I'm gonna be like, she's gonna have some questions.
Yeah.
There's been times like I say the most wild shit. We get done. My wife goes, I'm so happy this is on a podcast, and I know you don't really think like that. I'm like,
Exactly. I have to explain that. I'm like, I'm just running
Yeah.
shit. I'm running jokes.
Yeah, I gotta
all
do
I'm
that too
doing.
sometimes.
I'm running jokes. That's all I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you, this is all I'm doing.
Yep. This is all for entertainment's sake. This is not how I really feel or think.
Exactly.
Sometimes it is when I get a little passionate,
Yeah.
but I will tell you, I can decide for the two. Hope you all can too. All right. So let's do some Reddit clips that I found. Shall we?
Yeah,
By all means. By all means. Let's do this.
If you need me to pause or if you need me to do anything, please let me know. So this one is usually normal images, and these are wild. And James, if you need me to explain some of these to you, I'm not bullshitting you. There's going to be one on here that we're going to have to fucking explain to you. I guarantee it. Okay. So
You're ageist.
I'm a what?
You're ageist.
Ageist.
I think Jason is okay with being called that.
Yeah, it's fine. I tell you, I make fun of the people that I work with. So man.
Exactly.
I'm just in that pocket right now where my body, my mind tells me I'm a certain age, but my body tells me I'm a different age, and it's all weird. You know what I mean? All right. Here we go.
Serious. What are some seemingly normal images with disturbing backstories? This photo before the Omagh bombing in Northern Ireland. Almost immediately after this photo was taken, a bomb was set off in the red car beside the boy on his dad's shoulders. The father and child survived miraculously, but the photographer and 28 others died, while around 220 were injured. Mark Jackson's basketball card. In the background are the Menendez brothers sitting courtside after they killed their parents.
I remember that one.
Do you know who the Menendez brothers are, James?
I've heard the name.
Okay, they were like rich yuppie kids, and they murdered their parents.
Yep. All right.
Like they're in prison still. I think they shared actually a wall with O.J. Simpson or something crazy like that as well when O.J. was in prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they shared like a prison or something wild. I'm pretty sure like something weird like that. That they shared a prison wall with them or something like that.
I was hoping you were gonna say like Suge Knight, so I'd have some connection.
Because your dad is on the same cell block or was on the same cell block as Suge Knight.
Yeah,
that's a true story.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, my dad and Suge Knight were waving buddies a few months ago.
Oh, this was recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
holy shit.
His dad watched Sirhan get stabbed in the neck 2 years ago. He was like 50 feet from him when it happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Jason just got real uncomfortable real quick. Okay.
Because I'm just thinking of how small my world is becoming now. It's just like I'm just connected to all these people and world events. It's just
I have some weird connections. I don't like it.
So okay, well, let's continue with this last story. All right.
This picture was taken by the crew of a ship who saw this girl, 11, floating on a disintegrating float. Her whole family was murdered on a sailboat by their hired captain who left her to drown with the sinking boat. She miraculously made it to the Coark life float. She drifted for 4 days, no water, no food, being burned by the sun. Upon hearing that she had survived, the captain killed himself.
I think I heard a podcast about that last one.
I can't remember. I heard the same. I was about to say I heard a podcast do about that one, about this crazy wild ass story about this girl surviving. I guess her parents were some yuppies, like her parents were a businessman or some tech mogul or some crazy shit like that, and hired a crew to
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
or had to have a weird stand-in crew at the last minute or something crazy. And it was because somebody owed somebody money, and they were, we'll get you this boat, we'll get you this yacht or some shit like that. So, but the Mark Jackson card, I actually think I have one of those somewhere.
Ooh,
That'd be a cool one to have.
I think it's worth. I think it's one of the worth a lot.
Oh, I'd imagine it's so.
Just because of the Menendez brothers.
Was he like a really good player?
Or, he was just a bench number 5 starter type player.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't, if I remember correctly, he could be a Hall of Famer, and I'd be talking just shit on him, but I'm pretty sure Mark Jackson was just like a B-rate player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not terrible, not like known to be bad, but just kind of he was a starter and kind of
he was a good piece player, if that makes sense.
All right. Yeah.
Jason, I don't know if you know, you might be able to help.
I don't follow sports. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm basketball and football, and that's it.
So
not football, basketball and baseball.
Yeah.
So and that's it. So.
I know a little bit, just enough to get my ass in trouble at all times.
Yeah, I know nothing.
I fucking hate football. So just is what it is.
You hate football? That's weird.
I fucking can't stand it.
You're learning something today.
Well, so we did the playlist earlier today, the LLP playlist, which is another live. We do a live. We listen to music on our Patreon. We do playlists. We bullshit about it. And today we did happy songs. And earlier today, I played the Bloodhound Gang's "Bad Touch" because that always puts everyone in a good mood.
Yes,
it's a fantastic song. Yes, and James started. He was looking at the lyrics, like he had it set up. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He was like reading. He goes, "I'm reading the lyrics." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "I'm like, you never heard this?" He goes, "I don't even know who the Bloodhound Gang are." And I went,
No. My mom called me about it earlier and was like,
"I know.
I had a CD of it. What the fuck?"
And I had one of their albums, and so in an hour after we get done doing the podcast this morning, I got a phone call from Asperger's, who is a friend of ours, a friend of mine, saying, "You're like the worst uncle ever." Actually, it was just a text. "You're the worst uncle ever that you've never introduced him to the Bloodhound Gang." And then I got the meme of Vince Vaughn from Wedding Crashers yelling, "Rodius! Rodius!" So I have learned a lot about James today. So
yeah,
I just can't believe he doesn't like football. That's weird to me.
And you're just now finding this out.
Yeah.
The coach at my high school would always harass me to join the team and everything because I'm like 6'4", and at the time I was like over 200 just from weightlifting. I was ridiculous because I was a shot put and discus thrower, but I fucking hate football. Cannot stand it.
I have to ask, what episode number is this that we're doing?
It's
right
like
now?
102 or 103.
So 103 episodes, and you're just now finding out that your nephew does not like football. Like hates football with a passion. That he comes out and says, "I hate football." You're just now finding this out
because we really don't. Because we don't talk about sports normally. We we talk about weird shit.
I'm fine with hockey. I'm fine with baseball. I'm fine
I just figured at some point in 103 episodes it would have came up somewhere.
This is episode 104.
Yeah, it's like
but he's only been on since episode like
50.
Okay, still, so cut that in half.
Yeah,
and over the years, but we just don't because we always try to make each other laugh because when we get in the room, we're always trying to one up each other, make each other laugh.
Fair.
That's how our relationship's always been. And we're like, "Oh, did you see this? Did you see that?" So we never brought up sports. And I find it weird that there's and it's probably because is it the other men touching the other men? Is that what you find weird?
No, I'm bi. The fuck?
I know, I'm fucking with
you. No, I've always thought it was such like a barbaric thing. And even with that, like as a child, that was my thought. And now that argument doesn't make sense to me because like I like rugby. I like playing rugby. I like playing ultimate frisbee. I just do not like football. I cannot completely explain it. I just hate the mentality behind it, how hoorah like fucking America it is, and just everything. I just don't like it.
That's weird. All right.
Fair enough. I actually can understand that.
So back to idiots.
Yes.
It is really just meatheads being dumbasses that I just don't like it.
No, I'm just
It
gonna go
reminds
back.
me of Marines.
Nice. So James, since your girlfriend's dating an idiot, pay attention.
Yeah.
As you were dating an idiot? We were driving around this weird part of Las Vegas and I said, "This is surreal." He said, "I know. It's so real." I repeated, "Surreal," and he repeated, he called lingerie linguine, as in the pasta. I had been dating this girl for a few months and it was Christmas time. We weren't super serious, but it was serious enough that I was buying her Christmas presents. I found something for her that was perfect and it had a connection to some funny event involving her and my cat. So I made the present from the cat. I thought I was being cute and she would make the connection. Instead, she got pissed that my cat got her a present and I didn't. I thought she was joking. To make matters worse, we were at her parents' place and they backed her up. It was extremely awkward and I realized it wasn't going to work out. I asked him about the
What? Okay, I'm sorry. If my girlfriend leaves me because of a fucking cat, I would just be better off. I'm like, okay.
Okay, first of all,
Better
I'm pretty
off.
sure he broke up with her because she's mad at him because his cat got her something for Christmas and he didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that happened to me, I'd be so happy. I'd be relieved.
Thank God.
I dodged a bullet.
Huge bullet. And the people who don't know how to enunciate surreal and
It's surreal.
lingerie is linguine. Huge shout out to you.
Lingerine.
Linguine. Linguine? You put on your linguine?
Linguine. I was
would
gonna
say
see a
huge-
woman covered in linguine.
Wasn't that in a Showdown in Little Tokyo? Wasn't that a Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren movie where they ate sushi off, like they had like pasta and sushi off women?
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah. I think so.
You know, I don't know, but you know,
I think you're right. The only thing I know about that movie is the dick line.
oh,
I've seen it, but that's the only one that comes to
Dolph-
mind immediately.
the Dolph Lundgren I forgot what the fucking line was in the goddamn movie.
It was something like oh, by the way, you got a real nice dick.
Yeah,
Because they saw each other in the shower like a couple
or
scenes
he saw him
prior.
getting out of the hot tub or something
Or
like that.
yeah,
right?
it was something like that, yeah.
Wild. Okay. All right. I'm gonna continue even
Okay.
without James.
Okay. Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back. Look at you, buddy. Just
I
fucking
killed
coming
just
in.
enough time.
You-
So
we
you're
just-
welcome for that.
You're
I
good,
killed
buddy.
enough time.
I was like, fuck him. I'm leaving him. All right. Dude. Yeah, this guy dodged a bullet with the cat.
Oh
cat
yeah.
to work
Yeah.
out.
And
I asked him
Yeah.
about the class he was taking at community college. It's going okay. Better than last year. I failed it twice. Must be a hard class. What's it about? Learning strategies. He failed a class about how to learn. Twice.
so I can say this right now. I'm the only one in the house. I had one of these moments earlier today. It's not quite as bad as any of these. I had one of these moments with Haven today where you know how when you turn on a water hose, if the O-ring is a little dry rotted or something, it sprays out a little bit. And she went out to go spray out the litter box and stuff like that, clean it, and sprayed out the litter box or didn't spray the litter box on, tried to turn the water hose on, started spraying out just a little bit from the O-ring being messed up, filled up the water hose, a little bit of water. She freaked out, was like, oh, it's not going to work. I can't use the water hose. It's not going to do anything, yada, yada. Started freaking out, came inside or turned the water off. It came inside and turned the water off. She thought it wasn't going off because the water was leaking out from the water hose being filled up.
Okay.
So the back pressure from the water hose was leaking out to let the extra water out and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
guess, okay.
she's freaking out.
She's like
Oh my God.
like borderline throwing stuff, like getting mad because the water won't go off. and
You're like,
we were doing a podcast and everything. I have to wait until the end of that, like an hour or two later, after she's already pissed off, to go downstairs and check on the water hose. And the water hose, I'm like, yeah, it's just leaking a little bit. You turn it on, and I started spraying the litter box out, and she's just like, I'm so sorry.
oh my God.
And, like, I felt so bad. Like I was so nice about it. I did not say anything mean.
Just walk away, buddy. Just
I was being a
walk away
good
from that.
boyfriend. I was awesome about it. I was being a good boyfriend, but it was one of those moments of like,
You just need to tell her she needs to put
All
on a
right.
linguini tonight.
yeah, like, I'm not trying to be mean. She has some questionable parents that didn't teach her a lot of basic stuff.
Listen, dude,
But fuck, that was one of those of like,
there's still water in
know,
the hose.
it just runs back a little bit.
It's back pressure. Just make sure she gets her linguini tonight. Unless you didn't fail, at least you didn't fail whatever twice. God damn.
Oh, it's not like I would go break up with her. Like I just had one of those moments of like, yeah, like her parents didn't teach her this. That's all it was. Of like,
All right. Here's what you need to do. After she needs to come and listen to that story, and then she needs to listen to this story, because I think this one might make her feel better about her life. Ready?
Yes.
What is the most terrifying thing you've ever experienced while home alone? A few years back I was home alone during a power storm. I went into the bathroom to take a dump, and at the exact time I was pooping I sneezed. Well, the power went out as well. The house was pitch black and I literally thought I shit myself blind. I couldn't see my hands, so in a panic I was yelling, "No, this cannot be true." I was in a panic, feeling for the toilet paper to wipe and flush. After completing the task I just sat on the toilet trying to figure out how to tell everyone I know that I literally shit myself blind by sneezing while pooping. After about 2 minutes of complete darkness and dread and panic, lightning struck outside and lit up my hallway. Best damn feeling ever.
What the fuck? What? Yes, that's amazing. I can't even. What?
That's the type of shit we love here.
sneezed so hard I rattled my brain loose.
And I went blind.
This person thought they shit themselves blind.
Blind.
Do you understand the perfect timing of your sneeze and your fart and the power going out? That you have three things that just, dude, that is the sun, the moon, and the stars that all aligned.
Yes.
And the pure panic of for 120 seconds that this person had in their mind, thinking they are officially blind, how they're going to explain this story.
Oh, wow.
Wiped
Pure
their ass
ecstasy.
blind.
Pure fucking ecstasy.
Oh my god.
They wiped their ass blind. They walked down the hall with vision.
Oh my
You
god.
just, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening to me. As they're feeling down the walls. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody.
How dumb do you have to be for that's your first thought? I went fucking blind.
I went blind taking a shit when I sneezed.
Like, did you not realize that there was a thunderstorm going on beforehand?
I guess not, man. Dude. Jason,
The
you okay
single
there?
Thunder.
Yeah, no, I'm good now. I
You want
needed a minute. I needed a minute, but I'm good.
You
gave
okay
me a
there,
minute.
buddy?
Whew. Okay, I'm back.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do you need us to take a pause for you?
No,
I'm
no,
like-
no, no. I
mean,
mean, that was such a level of idiocy I've never heard in my life. That was beautiful. That has to be your last one. How do you top that? Like, there's nothing that could possibly ever top that.
oh no, we have a gangster moment that's about to
Oh.
stop that. So
Okay.
we went from, as you like to see, I kind of like build things up a little bit, and then we just really like knock you down. So
Okay.
we have a gangster. I'm talking this person
Mm.
has more composure in her pinky than any one of us combined. have
Okay.
times 100. All right. So we got the laughs out of the way. Now we're going to go for the draw dropping moment for this week.
Have you ever witnessed something at a wedding that made you think, you can't be serious? About 30 years ago I was the +1 on a wedding invitation. The guests were all seated in church, the couple were at the altar and the minister was working his way through the ceremony. At the point where he said if any person present knows of any legal impediment why this couple should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace, the bride spoke up. She asked the minister if she could address the congregation. He replied that it was unusual but she had every right. So she turns to the guests and starts what I can only describe as a best man speech or the bride's father's speech at the reception. She thanked various aunts and cousins for the flowers, dress etc., relatives that had flown in from Australia and so on. It was all a bit awkward and uncomfortable, not to mention odd. Finally she turned to her chief bridesmaid and groom and said lastly I would like to thank my chief bridesmaid and groom, both of whom smiled, for sleeping together last weekend after his stag night and my hen night. And for those that don't believe it, here's the videotape. She marched out of the church, handing the tape to the groom's mother.
So the best man and the groomswoman?
No.
No.
The bride's
The groom
Maid of
of
honor.
the wedding.
the maid of honor
And the groom?
and the groom made a sex tape after the stag party,
That's true. Oh my God.
after his bachelor party,
I-
and the bride handed it to his mom
Mother.
as she walked out, exiting stage left.
I stand with her.
That's
I
wild.
stand with her.
That is so fucking wild.
At first, I thought I was the best man and the bridesmaid, and I was like, and like I was like,
Okay,
who
no.
cares?
Here, let
The
me
best
run.
thing ever.
No, let me run down the highlights of the story for you.
Like if
Real
that
quick.
was the story, you hand the videotape off and you just continue on.
No. Here's the story. Bride and groom are standing at the altar.
Yeah.
The
No,
priest
I
is
stand with
doing
her.
everything. He asked, would anybody had against this wedding forever now, say your piece, and the bride goes, hold up, I got something.
He's paying for that wedding.
100%.
He's paying for that wedding. She's out. She's done. The fuck, good on her.
But to have the composure to keep her mouth shut, to go through these steps, to give this speech, and they go, oh, by the way, here's proof. Hand it to the
yeah.
mom and walk off.
Fuck
Dude.
yeah.
This is a World Series Game 7, bottom of the ninth, walk off grand slam to win the title.
That mom
Like moment.
that woman is always gonna be her her daughter-in-law, and you know that.
That is I wish I want more people that were at that wedding. I want to interview. I want to know what happened afterwards. I want to know what kind of shit storm happened, because did she go on the honeymoon by herself? Like what
Made
happened?
him
Yeah.
pay for it.
Yeah.
Like I have more.
I'm
I
saying
have
good
more
on her.
questions about the wedding than I have about the person who was taking a shit and sneezed and thought they went blind.
Thought they went blind.
Yeah, I have more questions than the person that thinks lingerie is LaGuini.
Guini.
Okay, this woman has more composure than anybody on this planet. I would not want to play poker with that one. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Told you it's wild.
He's
I
paying
told you
for
I had
that
one.
shit.
I told you I had a walk off for you.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. That topped it. That topped the pooping yourself blind. That
That's
topped it.
That's a 10 grand walk off.
Yeah.
That's
This is
Wow.
why if you're gonna cheat on somebody, you don't videotape it.
I don't think that's the stance, but I get what you're saying.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're doing something that's wrong, why
It's gonna
have
be-
proof of
yeah,
it?
Don't have.
That's my
proof.
generation. What do you mean?
Yeah, but this was 30. This was 30 years ago. So this is like 94, 92.
Oh, was it
Hey,
that old? I
Dave,
must have missed
Dave,
that.
I just got this new camcorder.
Oh, this is 92. This is 92.
Oh my god,
Bro, this
wow.
is Tommy and Pammy Pammy shake cam. Okay.
You're
This,
pulling
you
out
know, it
your
is not a
your flip
Bro,
screen camcorder, being like,
Oh, ain't this sexy?
dude. You know it's grainy, and for her to walk it
That-
off, then fucking hand it off, you know it's a good tape.
That is some Patrick Bateman shit.
There's a tattoo that this person had that they were able to identify by. I'm told you. We do wild shit. We find wild shit. That's what we
that's
do
a
here.
good one. I'm with her.
I like it. Best thing I've heard all day.
I'm with her completely. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Props to her.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got. Oh, that's not
Fair
true.
enough.
That's all I have for the stories this week. That's all the clips I got this week. We do have our closing clip that we will
Closing, yeah.
walk it off with, because that one's probably going to offend a lot. Just because I think it's hilarious. Other than that, Jason, thank you for joining us this week. I appreciate
Oh my
it.
God. This was so much fun, you guys. Thank you for having me. I
Dude,
loved
anytime,
Thank you.
fucking, we'll fucking come back again, dude. We'll do it again sometime.
it.
Maybe
By
we'll
all
find some
means,
more,
anytime, man.
more wild stories. Please tell everyone once again where they can find you. And all
Yeah,
that good stuff.
absolutely. Twitter is my personal one is @famouscomedian. You can go to rabbitholepodcast.com to check out like the 10 zillion podcasts that I host. And you can follow Rabbit Hole Podcast on Twitter @RabbitHP.
James, what you got?
Cankle_eater on Twitter. And yeah, nothing much.
Don't forget the Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. It's $5 a month. Go sign up for that. You get the episodes a day earlier, plus you get the LLP Sunday playlist and all the hard episodes that are coming up. I think the next one is, I think we said September, James.
Yeah.
Sometime in September, I think we're going to do one. We'll finally hammer out a date on that, and that's coming up. So get all that. If you want to contact us, find us on Twitter @losers_lost. You can find us on Instagram @loserslost_loser_podcast. And you can find us, if you want to email us any wild stories that you find, you can do that at lostloserspodcast@gmail.com. Also, go to lostlosers.com, buy a t-shirt, man. We greatly appreciate all the support. Everything goes right back on this podcast. We fucking love every single one of you and do all that. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have anything but this fun little song for everyone to listen to as we leave here that I found on TikToks. So, all right, everyone.
I have two younger brothers. I'm the oldest of three, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We greatly appreciate it. We love you all. Goodbye.